everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I actually really wanted to bring you guys with me to the farmer's market after this morning's sunrise yoga. But the weather doesn't look quite good out there. It's really sunny, but it's still -7 degrees, so I'm not able to brave the cold to show you around the farmer's market and what I actually usually buy when it comes to the grocery shopping trip that I do about once a week. So I thought, why not show you the breakfast that I actually really like after yoga. So I've actually cooked up a bunch of oatmeal, so it's just right here. So these are just plain oats, and if you want to make it yourself, you can just put in some milk. For me, I use almond milk today, and I mix it with a concoction of like 50% almond milk as well as 50% water, just so that it doesn't taste too heavy. And a quick tip for those of you who really like oatmeal as well is that if, let's say, you're too lazy to cook your oatmeal for a really long time and you still have too much water in it, try adding some bananas in as you start to cook them. But first and foremost, you need to be okay with mushy bananas, or you can just add half of them in first. I think it's because of the carbohydrates that's within the bananas that acts a little bit like cornstarch. That helps to bring together the oatmeal into this really nice texture that I like. So on top of my oatmeal, I usually like to add a bunch of different ingredients as well, just to add some colors. This time around, I'm really lucky that my fridge is well stocked with different kinds of berries, pomegranate, strawberries, as well as bananas, so that they add a little bit of color to the oatmeal. I really like colors in my food because it just makes you feel a lot happier and you want to eat them a little bit more. So I'll just add these ingredients into my oatmeal. Once you are done adding them and it looks nice and colorful, I usually also like to add some seeds, other seeds like flax seeds as well as chia seeds, just because they add a little bit more fiber to this nutritious bowl of oatmeal. I'll just add like a pinch of it. The bowl of oatmeal that I was mentioning about. So oatmeal is sitting right at the bottom, and we've got bananas, pomegranates, blueberries, strawberries, as well as a sprinkle of acai together with flax seeds as well as chia seeds. Before I dig into my breakfast, I thought it would be nice to also show you today a few yoga poses. I think the focus that I want to have today, it's not so much on like what I can do, but rather a mix of what I can and what I can't do. In a sense, because I really do enjoy Ashtanga Yoga, and the current one that I'm practicing is the primary series, of which it includes from the start to the end about 1.5 hours worth of practice. And it targets a lot of different areas of your body, and it's not very easy to actually be really strong and flexible in every single part of your body. So these are some of the things that I really like and things that I'm currently working on. I think it's also good to mention that for those of you who are interested to find out a little bit more about Ashtanga Yoga, there's actually quite a lot of materials out there. It's a very structured kind of posture movements from the start to the very end. So if you were to Google Ashtanga Yoga Primary Series, you will be able to find something similar, which shows you each and every single pose that is out there that you need to do as part of the practice. I wouldn't go through every single one of them, but I think what I'll do is I'll choose 3 poses that I think I'm pretty confident at, and 3 postures in which I'm currently still working really hard on. So let's get started. One of my favorites in the Ashtanga Primary Series is actually the forward bend postures. I think it helps when there is a little bit more flexibility in your hamstring as well as your lower back. So today I'll just show you 3 postures that I really like as part of this practice. So the first position that I'll show you is actually just a usual stretch, which I think most of you will be familiar with. What you want to do is keep one leg stretched out straight and the other one bend with your other foot touching the thigh of the one that's stretched out. And once you're ready, stretch forward and make sure that you don't round your spine. You want to flatten your spine as much as you can and reach as far ahead as you can. With each breath, you try and want to make your stretch a little bit deeper, and I take about 5 breaths before I actually switch to the other side. do make sure that however much you stretch on the right side, you do the same, or you apply the same to the left. The next posture that I like to show you involves a little bit more flexibility as well. So what you actually want to do is try and put your right ankle towards your left hip, or bring it as close up as possible. And once you're in this position, raise your right hand and try and swing it across to catch onto your right toe or right foot. Okay, once you're safely secure in this position, you want to raise your left arm up. And once you're ready, you want to bend forward. And once you're done on the right side, you'll want to switch onto your left. Same thing goes, but now switching onto the other side, bring your left foot as close up to your hip as possible, to your right hip as possible. And once you're ready, raise your left hand up and try and catch onto your big toe. Okay, I'll need to shift a bit back. Okay, so once you're ready, raise your right hand up and do the same, forward bend. Okay, so moving on to the third posture that I'd like to show you today. It's actually a posture which involves a little bit more flexibility in your shoulder blades as well. What you want to do here is bring your right foot in, your left leg stretched out, raise your right hand up, lean forward as much as you can, and shift it back. On the other side, what you want to do is with your left hand to catch onto your right hand that's now being shifted to the back, and once you're ready, try and bring your forehead towards your knees. Once you're done on the right side, you want to do it on your left as well. Bring your left foot in, raise your left hand up, sweep it across, okay, and with your right hand, what you want to do is try and catch onto your left hand. Flex your feet on the right, on the leg that is stretched out straight, and once you're ready, lean forward. Okay, so these are the three postures that I really like in the primary series Ashtanga Yoga. And there are actually three postures that I'd like to show you today as well, which I'm struggling really hard to actually perfect them. But that said, I'm still working hard on them and hope to actually get them perfect one day. Okay, so the first posture that I'd like to show you today is actually, it involves a lot of core strength. Basically what you need to do is to ensure that your feet is out straight and your back is straight as well. And you need to do this for 5 times. So I can't really perfect it well without actually trembling or feeling in pain, but slowly. The next posture that I'm really working hard at is actually the posture that involves a little bit of roll back, as well as keeping your legs up in the air once you roll forward. Let me show you what I mean. Ideally, you want to come up in one swift motion, but I clearly don't do that. So I need to work a little bit hard on it. You're supposed to actually go from back to the front with your legs out straight, and strong and firm. The third posture that I'm actually working at is also something to do with the core muscles. It's something which most people actually find really fascinating. It's actually the headstand position without the wall support. With the wall support, I can do it just okay, but without the wall, I tend to get a little bit fearful of falling over or falling on my butt or my back or hurting my back, which is why I get very cautious when I do the headstand position. Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you liked this episode whereby I kind of try to mix things up a little bit by having a breakfast that I really like after yoga, as well as some of the postures in which I like, as well as am working on right now. I hope you enjoy this episode, and if you do comment, like and subscribe more importantly, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye!